Steven, and I'm here to tell you how I survived 3 weeks in a dune shack. So listen up in case you get in the same situation one day. This could be useful. What we're talking about first, what is a dune shack? We're talking about this region, Cape Cod region. This is the site of 3,000 shipwrecks in about 400 years. That's a lot of dead pirates. To deal with this problem, the shipwrecks, not the pirates, they had the U.S. Life-Saving Service, and these shacks were built for the service members to live on the beach while they were patrolling for sinking ships. The U.S. Life-Saving Service upgraded to the Coast Guard about 1915, so they left the shacks abandoned, left them open for vagrants, bums, artists, poets to move into. And those would include people like Jackson Pollock, Eugene O'Neill, Norman Mailer, Jack Kerouac. Around 1961, the National Park Service took over most of this area, including the shacks, and created the Cape Cod National Seashore. And their first order of business was to return the natural splendor of the land to the dunes and the seascape. And that included plowing down, bulldozing all these shacks. They managed to destroy about, let's say, 10 of them before anyone stepped in to stop them. So now there's 17 of these shacks remaining. One of them is owned by the Provincetown Community Compact. And they, along with the National Park Service, now offer one arts residency fellowship per year. And in 2010, that fellowship went to me, and that's me holding water there. This was my 6th residency in as many years, the 3rd with the National Park Service, and it was probably the most challenging, mostly for one reason: there was no running water and there was no electricity. And that affected my project, my arts project for them, because my project was creating a video installation in a dune shack. And I had to give a presentation to a group of park visitors once a week over 3 weeks, and basically had one day to prepare the first one. And then shooting the video, editing, building a screen to show it, inviting everybody in. And I chose to interpret a Kerouac piece where he's living in a dune shack and running and jumping on the beach like this, like an idiot, and having a lot of fun with it. Brought the material back to the shack. I didn't have time to edit it. People came on schedule. I built a screen and mixed the video live, played it along with a pre-recorded reading of the Kerouac piece, and it went over pretty well, except it drained all of my power that I had stored for 3 weeks. So I had to make this pilgrimage from the top right there on the dune shack through over the dunes and through the bog with all of my equipment to the visitor center to recharge my batteries, my laptop, my projector, and everything else. Incidentally, that was not one of the 60 hikes within 60 miles of Albuquerque. That's a book I wrote, but it was just as hard as a lot of them. And anyway, I got the hang of it, and things started clicking. The installations were getting bigger. Went to 2-screen mode, 3-screen mode, and it sort of it went in with what I was trying to do, because a lot of my art deals with the interface between culture and nature and how landscape influences technology and art and vice versa. But I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm here to tell you about surviving 3 weeks in a dune shack. And probably the most important advice I got for doing that was from my wife, who told me before I left, you are not allowed to go in the ocean without adult supervision. So of course the first thing I did was that night went over the dunes out to the water, swam out a ways, came back, realized my clothes weren't where I left them, or I wasn't where I dropped them, and went back over the dune and spent the next 4 hours stumbling around in the dark like Kerouac, naked through the dunes looking for my shack. And it was a new moon, it was completely pitch black, and I didn't find the shack until I ran into it. So it was good advice. Aside from that, but if you'd like to see the videos that came out of that project, I'd love to show them to you. Unfortunately, there's some kind of slideshow going on right now behind me, so I can't show them here. They're going to be playing at the White Nights Festival in Riga. I think that's in the Republic of Latvia. So if you're there on September 3rd, I'm trying to get them here a little closer to Albuquerque. But, oh, and that was my website if you want to find links to others. Thanks.